big is the ego?
Alcohol.
She that bad? Oh, wait, tell me more. Did that really happen?
Oh my God.
You're killing me. Is he insane? Fired her? Get me something to drink.
Alcohol.
Oh my God, shut up. Is he real or fake?
Let's go.
I'm your host, Marissa Harlyn, and you're watching After the Show. Welcome to the season finale of After the Show. I'm your host, Marissa Harlyn. We've been diving in deep into the drama-filled world of Dear Love. Here's a recap of the season and all of its wonderful interviews.
So the pink and pot.
That was my emotion.
It was actually fake. Oh, that sounds
Gino is a...
First, I had to stand up and throw papers.
It's gonna get to their head.
Oh my
it gets
God,
to people's
that's
head. Say yes, and I didn't even know what I was saying.
When we tend to watch, it's gonna get betterer and betterer and betterer.
And tonight, he needs no introduction. He's the writer, director, executive producer, editor, main actor, and creative mind behind this amazing show. Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest is none other than my friend, Phillip Bufford, but you may know him better as Malcom Dubois. Check this out.
Yeah, that was a funny moment. That was a funny moment.
I'm so excited to finally have you here sitting here with me. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So tell me, Dear Love is your creative brainchild. What's the real story behind it?
So the show came about as a result of, well, a couple of things. One, I guess, just to be honest, I went through a divorce. I had a family and found out that my wife was cheating with multiple men. So I got to a place where when you go through something like that, you talk to a lot of people. Neela Bivens is one of my best friends, like a sister, and you just get to a point where you just stop talking to people because I'm sorry, you get tired of hearing I'm sorry. So I wrote a letter to Love, and I was angry, and I told Love how angry I was. And from that letter came poetry. And from the poetry came a song. From that song came a music video. And everybody saw the music video and they were like, when's the show coming out? And I said, there's no show, that's just B-roll for the music video. People didn't believe me. So I went to Candace Dobbins, and I said, hey, people have been telling me about this music video and they think that a show's coming. And she was like, oh my God, people are thinking the same thing to me. I went to Kia M. Rice and I told her, and she said, people are saying the same thing. I said, so you guys want to do a show? And they were like, yeah, let's go for it. So I called Andy Chow, I called Mary Smith, who was on set with us. I called my students that were at John Casablancas, and I said, hey, all of you guys are going to be extras in the show. We're doing this so you get experience. And they were like, yes. And we did the first show, and I did them first in the form of movies. And within hours, we had thousands of views. And I'm the type of person where I don't believe in, well, anybody can be lucky one time. So I want to duplicate the success. So we did another movie, and I called the whole cast. Todd McClendon, Neela Bivens, I called Watuka Stewart, I called Tyson Porter. I said, hey, we're doing the show. They said, let's do it. We had success the second time around. And from that point, I was like, I guess we're doing a show. And 2 years later, we are where we are.
So there seems to be a French theme behind some of the names like Dubois, Desjardins, and Fournier. What's the story behind these names?
So my family is a combination, like most Black families are, a combination of obviously Black, Italian. My great grandmother came straight from Italy. to hear and married my great-grandfather, who was an Apache chief, and French Creole. Names like Dubois, Desjardins, Fournier. I just wanted to do something that celebrated the French Creole ancestry that is part of my DNA and part of who I am.
Now, I've talked to your main cast and they've told me their experiences with landing the role. What do you look for in someone when selecting them for the role?
I love working with people who don't have experience because they have nothing to come with. They are just a blank slate. They're a blank page. And I can fill you up. I can construct you because you're not coming with any experience. So really, it's really important for me for people to follow directions. People with experience oftentimes come with these ideas and they think a lot of their experience is going to be applicable working with me. And then when they work with me, either there's a conflict because I'm not doing something the way they think it should be done, or their training and their experience has become an obstacle to them giving me what I want. So I'm looking for somebody who can follow directions without resistance.
Phillip, you write, edit, direct, coach, and even scout locations. What is the most difficult part about it?
I would say it's the thing that I love the most, which is writing. Everything that we do is predicated on writing. It's predicated on what is the character going to say? What is the character going to do? What's the emotion that they need to feel? So I spend all of my energy in writing. If there's a superpower that I have, it would be my ability to write, because the whole world begins in my mind and then putting it on paper so that the rest of the cast can see what I'm thinking and they can begin working with it. So the hardest part is the most creative piece, which is writing. And then everything else is guided by the writing.
Currently, Dear Love Season 1 and 2 are both on the 4th largest streaming platform in the world. How does it feel to have that success?
I would have to say it's humbling. Most of my cast have never acted before, or they've had dreams, and all of them have had dreams of acting. And to take people who had zero acting experience and to move them from obscurity to the 4th largest streaming platform in the entire world, to a place of notoriety, it's humbling.
Now, your cast has told me that you're not only passionate about this project, but you're just a passionate person in general. Tell me, where does all that passion come from?
Because I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. Whether it's a business deal, whether it's writing, shooting, filming, editing, whether it's a relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, a family relationship. I'm either all in or I'm all out.
Now, there's more to discuss with my guest, Phillip Bufford, who plays Malcom Dubois on the drama series Dear Love. I'm your host, Marissa Harlyn, and you're watching After the Show.
Can I relate to American arrogance? I'm a black man living in America. My ancestors were the workforce that made this nation great. And yet still today, my people are killed for sport, for entertainment, for news ratings. And still to this day in the 21st century, they hide behind political apologies, corrupt financial banking industries, and a broken education system. Do I understand American arrogance? Absolutely. But make no mistake about this. Don't think for one moment I share in that arrogance. After this meeting is over with, no matter how much money I make, when I get in a car and go to my business, I'm just another black man driving that fits some random ambiguous police profile. Nobody understands American arrogance more than me.
Episode 1 came out of the gate swinging. How important was it for you to address the issue of race in your very first episode?
So it was really important for me to put this scene in, and it's a conversation between an Asian and a black American man because the conversation is about America, and contrary to popular opinion, a lot of the world does not like the United States, even beginning with the concept of America. America is two continents, North America and South America, and there are plenty of countries in both, including Central America as well. It's not a continent, but it's still part of it. And Americans, we say America as if the United States is the totality of two continents. So the world looks at that and just says the arrogance that comes from United States people. And Okanashi embodies that global resentment that the globe has. And Malcom, being a Black man who lives in America and who experiences that same arrogance on a daily basis, they have that conversation. So it's important for Malcom to have this international conversation from a very domestic point of view.
The conversation of race arises again between Malcom and Riley. Let's play the clip.
Little girls from other cultures want their hair to be like yours. So here's the question. If being Black was so bad, would the world want to be like us?
No,
Which means,
Black is good. If it were bad, no one would want it.
precisely. So when the next person tries to make you feel bad about being Black, don't get offended. They're just letting you know they're a dumbass.
Why was that conversation about the Black experience so vital for Malcom to have with Riley?
So I think it's really important that we see the conversations that Black families, Black parents have to have with their Black kids. And it's really important that I wanted them to be able to see what Malcom has to say to Riley, because one, Riley is having the experience. She's experiencing racism with her own friends. It's real, it's happening. Just because we had a Black president, the rest of the United States thinks, oh, racism is done in the United States. Wrong. It is alive, it is well. And we as Black people experience it every single day.
Now, I've recognized a technique you've implemented very well throughout the show. It's the use of names. What is your goal using names so frequently?
I want our audience to be able to keep up with the dialogue. We've got a lot of characters that are coming and going. We've got people that you see on the screen, but they haven't been addressed. So I use names just so that our audience can keep up with who's being talked about and who's talking. But I also use names because that is one of the ways that you build an idea around someone. Malcolm's name is in everyone's mouth. And a lot of the feelings and emotions that our audience have about Malcom is not because of what Malcom has done himself. It's because of what other people have said about Malcom. And everyone has got a chance to hear their perception of Malcom. They've got a chance to hear what they're thinking about Malcom, how they feel about Malcom, what Malcom did, what Malcom didn't do. That allows the audience to have a perception, just like the people on the show have a perception. And we do it with using names.
In season 1, episode 5, it opens with Malcom standing in the cemetery remembering Renee's death. Let's play the clip.
Again, I'm so sorry. Did Mr. Dubois choose a name for the baby?
Yes, he did. Lana, do you want to tell the doctor the name?
The baby's name was to be Renee Riley Dubois.
What did it take to do that in a cemetery of all places?
So in order to really bring out that emotion and absolutely have no words to say, because we recorded the words in the studio at another point, I looked around the cemetery and I saw all of those gravestones. And I asked myself, how many people's dreams, how many of these people had dreams and they never got fulfilled, never even chased it? And how sad is that thought? And so Malcolm is standing in the cemetery, guilty of having someone that he loved and to have that dream of having a family taken away from him. While all of those people in the grave are dead, unfulfilled dreams, Malcolm is alive. And that dream of being a father to Renee will never happen.
Now, Malcolm allowed some things to happen on the show, like this.
Can you give us a moment?
Yeah.
And eventually, Malcolm got this. And finally, Malcolm did this.
Well, if you don't have anything else left to say, Malcolm, you can show yourself out.
Andrea, I am really sorry.
So I have to ask, was Malcolm and Andrea doomed to fail from the beginning?
If Malcolm was honest with himself, he probably wouldn't have been in a relationship with Andrea. And I think if Andrea accepted what she saw, she would realize that Malcolm is not a good fit for her.
Clearly, Malcolm trusts a woman that we've never seen. Let's play the clip.
Absolutely. That's the only kind of work I do. What service can I provide you?
I have roaches. No one made phone calls from Black Rose Agency. I had the phone systems checked.
She made calls from herself. Pretty careless, but I guess she thought she was safe.
I am. Vanessa, Benedito, and others are looking for him too. It's kind of a race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you like to win, right? Point me in his direction, and I'll take it from there.
Well, if it's going to be beneficial to me.
Clearly, Malcolm trusts her above everyone else. One question, why?
Well, there's a phrase. Rock is having a conversation, and he says something that's very, very important about Malcolm. Rock says, Malcolm only trusts family.
Now there's more to discuss with my guest, Phillip Bufford, who plays Malcom Dubois on the drama series Dear Love. I'm your host, Marissa Harlyn, and you're watching After the Show.
So Malcolm, please tell me, why haven't you adopted Riley? Because I can't protect her. Renee died because of me. I had one job, Gio, one job, protect my daughter, and I failed. That was my baby, man, my baby. Every time I look at Riley, I think of what Renee could have been. And I'm reminded of my failure every goddamn day, and I have to deal with it. Do I love Riley? Absolutely. I love her like my own daughter, but she's not my daughter. I'm not worthy of a daughter. I'm not worthy of a family. So if Ice kills me, then so be it. Maybe I goddamn deserve it.
Critics say this was your best performance in both seasons and set up season 3 brilliantly. Fans say you need counseling. What did it take to produce such an emotional scene?
Everything. It took everything. It took every emotion that I ever had and poured it in. Me, Todd, Saida, our producer, we were exhausted after that day. We had to do takes over and over. And if anyone ever has been in an argument, a really explosive, heartfelt argument, after you argue, you're tired. Tired is not even the word, you're exhausted. And we had to act those scenes. So we had to do those scenes over and over. And you're reaching into emotions that, hell, I forgot were there. To just explode and to allow myself to be broken on the screen, to allow my vulnerability to be 100% exposed. Saida McClendon, our producer, she said to me, Malcom, or she said, well, she did call me Malcom, but she said, Phillip, you do a really good, angry Malcom. Why? And I told Saida, the reason I can do a very angry Malcom is because I'm a black man in America. We're always angry. And people look at that as an indictment, like, oh, that's an angry black man. No, we have to deal with people's racism. We have to deal with people's arrogance. We have to deal with people's insults. We have to deal with being expendable and disposable. Women want to have children, but they don't want to have a man with the children. We have to deal with being dispensable and being looked at as less. Are we angry? Absolutely. And in that moment, I released all of it to make that scene what it was.
Malcom Dubois is a complicated man. How much of Phillip Bufford is really Malcom Dubois?
He's 100% me. He's 100% me. He is not the totality of me, he's a part of me. But everything you see on Malcom is what I have either done in the past or something I have the capacity to do. So if we're honest with ourselves, all of us have the capacity to be a hero. And you push us on the wrong day, all of us have the capacity to be a villain as well.
Last question, what can we expect in season 3 of Dear Love?
Season 3, all of the secrets that have been told and all of the buildup in seasons 1 and 2, expect them to be answered in season 3. And expect the fight between Malcom and Vanessa to come to a head, as well as some interesting people that will arise as well, that will take us into, and I'm saying it now, yes, season 4. It's gonna be fun. Enjoy the ride.
I know you're a busy man, but I can't thank you enough for making time for this conversation. Congratulations on all of your success. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
That was my interview with writer and director Phillip Bufford, who plays Malcom Dubois on the drama series Dear Love. This concludes our first season. I hope you've enjoyed our time together as much as I have. Thank you again to all of our guests. Until next time, I'm Marissa Harlyn, and you've been watching After the Show.